and welcome, gorgeous Geminis. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your horoscope for October. And there's a big focus for you on leisure and pleasure, particularly at the beginning of the month, when you have the Sun, Mercury and Venus in your fifth house. So the fifth house is all about having fun, entertainment, creativity. You might be feeling particularly creative around some projects. It's also about young love. Now, when I talk about young love, you can be any age, okay? So my definition of young love is that sort of feeling you get when you first meet someone special and you're just getting to know them, and you're wondering, is this going to go anywhere? And you've got butterflies in your stomach every time you think about them. That's sort of young love. And of course it doesn't matter how old you are, because that sort of thing exists throughout our entire lives, okay? Or it can do. It doesn't have to, but it can do if we're open to it. So the fifth house is all about having fun and having leisure and pleasure, and it's particularly close to the world of the child. So you might find sort of childlike impulses coming up, that you can take your inner child out and have some fun together. Of course, if you did have a difficult childhood, then you may also find those feelings coming up from when you were a child and things weren't so good. And if that's the case for you, just know that it's just a harmonic or a reflection of the past that you're feeling. So it's your job now as an adult to actually parent your inner child and to soothe the hurt feelings and the stress that your inner child may have felt when things went wrong. Particularly, some examples might be if you had an absent father or an absent mother, if there was abuse in your family of any description, even if that's just, and I say just, it's not a just at all, it's very real and can be very powerful if you've suffered neglect, or your parents were at work all the time and you were home alone. Or it could be sexual abuse or physical abuse. There are any number, of different types of abuses. So it's all good though, because it's coming up for healing. And so it's your job to heal your inner child and, to take him or her out and have some fun together. So it's a really good month. In fact, I don't want it to sound like negative. It's actually really good, because these are the fundamental steps of learning to love ourselves and love all the parts of ourselves, even those parts that missed out when we were younger. Okay, so that's what we're starting the month off with, gorgeous Geminis. Now the 4th sees Mercury, the 9th sees Venus, and the 24th sees the Sun, all move from your 5th house into your 6th house. So this is going to put a huge focus on your everyday routine, your everyday work, what you do on a daily basis. Even if you don't work, it's, your daily life basically. With Mercury there's likely to be messages, things, things coming up from people that you haven't heard from for a while. There could be, internet messages, emails, things like that about these sorts of matters. Venus on the 9th brings cooperation and harmony and peace into your 6th house. And the Sun on the 24th brings insight, awareness, and even happiness, as you become aware and finally realize, oh, this happened because of that, or whatever, and all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle sort of fall into place by the end of the month. So you could, for example, decide that whatever you're doing at the moment, it doesn't really make your heart sing. And so you could change your everyday routine, whether that be going for a new job, something that's going to fulfill you spiritually, so that you're not jaded, particularly if you've been somewhere for a long time. You might feel that, you can't get any more out of it. I mean, you might be there for the money, but we need to do things for other reasons other than money, okay? Because it gives us a sense of achievement, or it fulfills us in some way. Okay, so with Venus there, you're likely to get cooperation from other people. Other people will help you do things and achieve in your work, or also in your health and your well-being. So it might be time to have some massages, have a facial, get your hair done differently, go to a hairdresser that does like the head massage, Indian head massage, that sort of thing. That's wonderful if you've ever had that. And yeah, the sun there bringing up lots of happiness and awareness and understanding for you. Now, the 5th sees Mars move from your 4th house of home and family into your 5th house. So you could be feeling particularly inspired and motivated to get your creative projects done, or, if you haven't got a partner, you might be looking for a bit of romance, feeling rather flirtatious, which is fun. And just getting out and having a good time with your friends, socialising, that sort of thing. With Mars there, it's about not just feeling the motivation, but actually taking action steps. Mars is very energetic. Mars wants you to actually do something, not just think about it. Because I know myself, I'm really good at thinking, all sorts of things. And then I have to do them, and getting it down to the physical level and making it real and making it grounded in practical reality. That's what you need to do, gorgeous Geminis. 13th sees the full moon in your 11th house of friends, groups and associations. So you could join some new groups or meet some new friends. You might also review your associations and your groups that you belong to. You may find that not all of them are fulfilling you, or you may not be getting enough out of them. You might feel like you're putting a lot in, but you're not getting it back, and so it's not reciprocated. So just let those ones go. October is a great month for just letting things go that no longer fulfill you and bringing in new things that have opportunities and the promise of feeding your soul, basically. 27th, new moon in your 6th house. So there we have that focus on your everyday routine, your everyday work, and your health and well-being. And with the new moon there could be new starts and beginnings. So it's like you might let go of a whole lot of people and a lot of situations in October, and then by the end of the month, when the new moon arrives, you'll start again anew and meet some new friends and make some new connections and some new situations in your life. Now, any of you that follow me that actually have subscribed, you'll know how I operate. I don't just do, for example, the horoscopes, astrology. I also do a psychic reading component, and I also do a tarot component to my monthly horoscopes. So right now I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to see what I can see. Yes, straight away, as soon as I close my eyes, gorgeous Geminis, I've got doors opening up. Doors are all about opportunities, and on the other side of the door, it's sort of a bit uncertain or a bit unsure. It's not like a clear path. So an opportunity may come up, but you're not sure about it. You have to open the door, and it's a case of try it and see. But now that I'm through the door, I can see on the other side you are going to get fed in some way. Spirit is going to nurture you in some way if you take the opportunities that come up, because I've got this sort of flow of crystal clear water coming in from the side, and so that suggests that you'll be feeling more vital, more energetic. Your body will be in a better sort of condition in October. So if you've had any sort of health related issues, you may find a solution to those, or you might at least be feeling better, like you can do what you want to do in October. So that's fantastic. So I'm a clairvoyant, so I see pictures basically. I can also I've got some mediumship, but I don't do it in this format. It's not a good format for it. The other thing I've got is clairsentience, so I can feel it with my body. But right now what we're going to go to is the cards. So I'm going to switch over to tarot cards. Now, I had a fantastic camera here, but it failed in the Taurus, I think it was, the Taurus astrology. So unfortunately we're back to the old camera, which is not as good as the new camera, which failed, but not to worry. Okay, so we've got the cards here, and I don't know if you can see that, Absolute Soul Secrets. I've had these cards made up. You can't actually buy them. The designs are very old designs, so they're not available. A lot of people do ask me about that. So let's focus on Gemini for October 2019, and I might go week by week. So the first week for gorgeous Geminis of October, and we come up with, wow, you may have been through a particularly difficult time with this. You can see this is the Ten of Swords, and basically there's a whole lot of knives in this lass's back. Some of you may have felt betrayed in the recent past, which is very unfortunate, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You could be feeling wounded, spiritually wounded by what's happened to you. The good thing about it is that here in the background you may see butterflies. Okay, see those little butterflies? That's the promise of new life coming to you, and it's a bit like what I just saw a few minutes ago, which was the doors opening up. You're feeling unsure, there's a new opportunity, but to step through the door and move forward. You see this lass is wearing red here, so red is about taking action. Okay, swords are very mental sort of realm, and so this is all about your thinking. It brings up the feelings, but you'll also be thinking about what's happened to you recently, where you've been betrayed or disappointed or wounded in some way. The good thing about it is you'll be able to let go of it. It's not a permanent sort of thing. Just watch in the first week of October and see, just, you know, if there's any sort of arguments or something happens where, you know, people let you down. Just be aware of that. Now we'll move to the second week of October and see what comes out for you, gorgeous Geminis. I've already pre-shuffled these cards. This one is a Page of Cups. Okay, so this is a lovely change from the previous week. You'll see here the lass is wearing sort of aqua and blue and pink here and blue here. Okay, blue's all about self-expression, letting things come out of your mouth that you wouldn't normally say, but it's not in a, you know, haphazard sort of manner. It's more like she's thoughtful about what she's saying and expressing herself. Now here in the cup, she's holding a cup here, which is for containing her emotions. So she's letting her emotions out in an appropriate way, and out of the top of the cup there's a fish. Okay, so the fish refers to the subconscious. This is stuff coming from deep in your subconscious, and it's going to come out in the second week of October. Okay, so it's a beautiful, clear energy that's really going to stand you in good stead in October. There's something else. They're just telling me something else. Oh, okay. There's some good news coming to you also in the second week around your emotions. It'll make you feeling very happy, basically. All right, let's go to the third week of October for gorgeous Geminis. October 2019. and we come up with the Four of Pentacles. This is great if you've been having any sorts of issues with money. It is on a physical level, and you can see the coins down the bottom here. Coins often can mean money or change. Okay, I don't know, the camera might not be quite clear enough to see those coins. This is all sitting on a rock, so it's about being grounded in practical reality. It's not airy-fairy. This is about physical things, accomplishing things. It's great for promotion if you have a business, publishing, marketing, getting your message out there. You see she's wearing blue for expression. Here in the background is a black raven, okay, signifying I guess you'd say the hidden side of life, the esoteric, the occult. Listen to your intuition. You can see there are lots of mountains here in the background. These can be challenges that you've had to face, okay, but you are more than up to the challenges, and this is quite a good omen for working and achieving success through your work in the third week of October. Okay, now let's have a look at the final card from the fourth week on to the end of the month. 30 days have September, April, June and November, so it's the 31st, so it's about 10-11 days, this last card. Okay, there's one back here that's calling me, and we come up with the Ace of Pentacles, which is fantastic for starting new projects. Okay, great for work. If you do change jobs, because there's so much astrological energy, the cards are suggesting this is a great change. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, really good energy for new starts on the physical realm, but it's also good for relationships as well, because say for example you've met somebody on the internet and you haven't actually physically met. This card could indicate that you may do so in the last 11 days of October, because it makes things more concrete, it makes things more real. So if you've been having a relationship online or maybe on the phone, this is about making the relationships more physical, okay? Manifesting your heart's desires in the physical realm, okay? So I'll just put that down there. So that looks like your month coming up, Gemini, which is a wonderful month. Now what I will do is just close my eyes again and see what I can see for you gorgeous Geminis in summary for the month. Okay, so the first thing I see just here is like a camera, so the spotlight or the attention is on you. If you're thinking about making any videos or doing any live streams or self-promotion in any way, October's a fantastic month for you to do that, because it's like all eyes on you, the spotlight, the attention. You know, if you want to make your point so that, you know, bring somebody's attention to a particular point, then October's great. Okay, what else? Okay, now I can see a coffin opening here, which may or may not be a good thing. Something from the past is coming back. You must decide if an ex-lover comes back, a Gemini ex comes back, whether or not you want contact with this person, because it's like something from the past is coming back to life. Your decision whether or not you want to go that way or you just want to move on. You can slam that coffin lid. If it is a Gemini ex or a twin flame, an ex-twin flame, whatever, you need to remember why they're an ex. Okay, why is something in the past now coming back? And you also may have felt bound to that person or that situation in some way, because I now see a woman on a rock with being strapped to a rock. and she's like trapped and she can't get out of the situation. So do be careful if something from the past does come back. But you've got doors open to the future, so there's no need for you to go back to the old situation. It might just be like a little test for you to see what you really do want and, you know, what you don't want, kind of thing. And if you go back to the past, you'll be reminded of what you don't want, perhaps. Question mark. Put a question mark. Only you can decide that. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I do hope that you found this helpful. Please give this live stream / video a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to click the notification bell for updates. I do regular updates. Also, if you need a free reading, I'm on Facebook 8:30 Sydney, Australia time on Monday mornings, which is Los Angeles 5 p.m. I think. Every week, and this Saturday, which will be Friday night in the US, I'll be on Facebook doing free readings at midday Sydney, Australia time. So I do about 30 to 40 readings. So come along to Absolute Soul Secrets on Facebook. If you want to get a free read, you need to register first, but the link's there. It's easy, and we certainly don't give away or sell anybody's information. Okay, I'm really cautious and very careful with other people's information. Okay, all right, it's been great talking to you, and have a wonderful month. And I'll be doing the remaining horoscopes. I've already done Aries and Taurus, and I'll be doing the remaining horoscopes over the next few days. Okay, thanks a lot, and I shall see you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.